gonna be like a little Johnson talk video. I haven't really done one in a good minute, but I get this question a lot. So people ask me why I love animation so much. As you clearly see, the '90s. I was born in '92. Pretty much will show my age. Well, tell you my age. Um, and if you were born in '90s, '80s, early 2000s, you know we had an influx of so many cartoons. Um, just to name a few on this list or on this picture, we had you had South Park, SpongeBob, Rugrats, Recess, Hey Arnold, Cat Dog, Doug, Ed and Eddie. Um, you know, um, Batman the animated series, X-Men the animated series, the Mighty Ducks up there if you can see them. Digimon, Pokemon, Jackie Chan Adventures. Some of these came out a little bit later, 2000s, but you still probably that other time. Street Sharks, Extreme Dinosaurs. They're not up there, but those are people who know what I'm talking about. Ren and Stimpy, not my favorite, but I understand it. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you know, Inspector Gadget at the bottom. These are shows that we got so many influx of cartoons, and they all were so good. So, like I said, I just gave you a whole list of cartoons. So, the '90s cartoon is what I grew up in, the era. And people always say, Johnson, so how you know so much about cartoons? I mean, that's what I did. I just watched cartoons. My sister, I'll give you a quick little tidbit story. Like I said, this is gonna be a Johnson talk, so this gets a little personal. My sister, I think, went to college. I think when I was like 5 or 6, um, and I was by myself a lot. And my family was military, so they moved around a lot. I made friends pretty easily, but it took me a while to actually learn how to do that concept. I think it was around when I got to my high school and my middle school. That's when I figured out how to make friends, and then I slowly but surely got away from cartoons. But however, in that time from when I was 5 all the way going up to about 15-ish, I just watched cartoons. The TV was my best friend. I watched every cartoon known to man. This is maybe half the list of cartoons I saw. But those majority of the cartoons I saw growing up, like I said, my favorite was always the X-Men the animated series, Spider-Man the animated series, Batman the animated series, um, and then Fox Kids. You had your Digimon. You had the Godzilla the animated series. You had your fucking the X-Men and Spider-Man, like I just said before. Um, you had the Men in Blacks. I think no, the Men in Black was on Kids WB. Excuse me. You had the big guy Rusty. You had Metabots. You had okay, but Kids WB and Jackie Chan Adventures, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Shaolin Showdown. That came a little bit later, but you get the point. But these are shows I grew up with. Like I said, the '90s was cartoons. What what Marvel's doing in the live action and all these movies we're constantly getting, it's what we were kind of getting in animation form because at the time the technology was not there for all the superhero type of shit you see now. And then technology caught up, movies caught up, and here we are. Um, and it's just gravity. It's South Park. But yeah, when it comes to cartoons, I was really fascinated with it, like the designs, how they looked, and just the world. Sometimes the world they were building it. Even the most absurd, most craziest and bizarre cartoons, like a South Park, caught my eye because it was just curiosity. Um, and probably out of all the cartoons, the best place for me to watch cartoons was Cartoon Network. And I keep saying that in my videos. If you know me for a long time, you know variety is the key to success. When it came to Cartoon Network, they had variety. They knew what variety was. That's why I always look at Netflix and they give me variety now with so many of their cartoons. Some of them are hits, some of them are misses, but they give me variety. Amazon's giving me more variety with adult cartoons. but some of them are hits, some of them are miss. But there's variety. Cartoon Network has lost that, and I can see Ishii what he's trying to do. He's trying to capture that variety base again, but he's not actually capturing um the cartoon. He's trying to get live action, children cartoon, every cartoon. Granted, I still don't understand why he ain't getting anime either because that was a big part of Cartoon Network's success. But it is what it is. Maybe he can and maybe he can't. But then again, I think Tanami's probably getting that anyway. So it's just like I said. I grew up in the era of the '90s cartoons and it's just great content. Not saying nothing wrong with the early 2000s, mid 2000s cartoons, but the '90s was just where my love for cartoons came from, and that's why I've always done all these videos. So for for cartoons and animation because I just grew up with it and I had so much knowledge of it. I said, let me just express it, and here we are. Um, do I want Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon and all these other Disney Channel to go back to what they were? Yeah, but let's be realistically, it won't. I'm not gonna be that person to say, "Oh, you should go back to it." If they'll go back, no, I'm not gonna do that. That's just not realistic, and it's not like you need to adapt with the times. Times are changing. Streaming is the way to go. And there's a little comment down there. People's like, "Well, you are you gonna review Patrick Star new show?" No, I'm not. Not gonna review it because it's like one is in a animation style I don't like. Who, let's be realistic, new school SpongeBob sucks compared to old school SpongeBob. So why would I review that, put myself through that torture? And again, like I said, certain things, and I already knew what SpongeBob was anyway. So why would I review something like that? That's what I'm saying. But as always, guys, let me know down below what made you fall in love with animation. Was it in the '90s cartoons? Any cartoon? Just put down on the list. Was it the era of the '90s, the '80s, the 2000s, or the 2010s? Just comment below. Let me know. As always, have a Johnson day.